morning everyone, this is Parveen. Today we are on the second and last session of class 9 civics chapter 2, what is democracy and why democracy. In our first session or in our first video we have seen that what do we mean by democracy and what are the features of democracy. We have seen that democracy has been taken, word democracy has been taken from a Greek word demokratia, which means people's rule. That means by the very meaning of democracy, it says that democracy is a form of government which allows people to elect their own ruler, to elect their own representatives through elections, through votings, that who can rule upon the country on behalf of the people and who can rule upon them. So democracy is a form of government which gives people freedom to elect or to choose their own rulers, to choose their own government, to choose their own representatives who can rule upon them and who can rule upon their country on behalf of them. So, and we have seen different features of democracy. Democracy provides equal status to all the leaders when it is the matter of decision. All the elected leaders are having an equal power to participate in the decision making. Secondly, it allows free and fair elections so that people can vote for their own elected representatives. People can vote according to their will freely. Then they have given people a power to vote, one person, one vote. And there are certain limitations for the authority set by the constitutional laws. They need to follow the constitutional laws while they are ruling the country, while they are having a government in a country. So these are the features of democracy and meaning of democracy which we have seen in our last video. Now in this video we will see that there are certain points which are against democracy, which you can say as a demerits of democracy, and there are certain points which is in the favor of democracy. You can say the merits of democracy, or you can say why we consider democracy is the best form of government. So over here, the first over here in this video, what we are going to learn, why democracy. That means why any country must select a democratic form of government. What is the advantages of democratic form of government? So this particular topic comes in three ways. It can be asked that why democracy is essential or why democracy is important. On that time you can write these points. It can ask arguments for democracy or merits of democracy. The question can be asked why democracy is considered as the best form of government in comparison of other forms of government. On that time also you can take these points as a writing. So this topic can asked in three ways. Merits of democracy, arguments for democracy, why democracy is a better form of government. So now we will see arguments for democracy or why we consider democracy as a better form of government. First point says that it is a better form of government because it is most accountable form of government. Democracy is the most accountable form of government. That means in democracy everything is planned. Every decisions, every policy which democratic government takes, it takes that decision by coming together, by respecting each and everyone's decision, each and everyone's opinion to take a decision. And when each and everyone gives opinion, the best decisions can be taken on that time. So we can say that it is a very accountable form of government through different plans and policies. It tries to protect the country, it tries to make country a success, it tries to give country economic success and political success. Like we can take an example of India. When we got independence from 15th August 1947 to till now, our government has made many plans and policies through which from then to now we have an economic growth and we are in the process of economic development. As when we have started after independence, we comes under underdeveloped country. But because of the democratic decisions, because of the democratic form of government, now we comes under developing nations and now we are in the process of completing the developed nations category. So over here you can say that democracy is the most accountable form of government because it provides certain plans and policies. It makes certain plans and policies for the country which give country a success, economic success and political success. You can take an example over here. In China 1958 to 1961, they are facing the worst condition of famine. But that particular condition is there in India also, but India does not get so much affected by that particular condition because we make such plans and Our democratic government on that time makes such plans and policies which does not allow that famine to have a negative effect on our country. So over here with this example we can say that democracy is the most accountable form of government which helps the country to maintain economic and political stability. Secondly, the second merit or the second point which says that the democracy is a better form of government is it improves the quality of decision making. As when we elect the people, when people vote and when they elect the government, on that time there are different leaders who are there and they make a parliament. In parliament we are having Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. We are having cabinet ministers, prime ministers, chief minister for each state. Then we have municipal corporations. Like that we are having different sets of government. We are having different parts of the government, different levels of the government in democracy. And when any decision has been taken, all these different sets of the government, opinions of all these sets of all these levels of government has been taken into consideration. Like when we wanted to pass a law, that law need to be proposed in a parliament in Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Then Lok Sabha, members of the Lok Sabha and members of the Rajya Sabha, they combine together, give their opinions in the favor of that proposal or in against with that proposal. If the majority likes to like that proposal, then that proposal can become a law. If majority is against that proposal not become a law. So over here, when any decision has been taken, that decision to take that decision, each and every member of the government has an equal right to give their opinion, give their ideas about that particular matter. And after that the decision has been taken. So with this long process, when decision has been taken, the decision's quality is very good, and it improves the quality of a decision making because the decision has been taken with the help of the opinions of different parts of the government or different sets of the government or different levels of the government. Next one is democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. See, in other forms of government, when there is any conflict or differences between members of the country or citizens of the country or group of citizens in a country, on that time you can see that harsh decisions has been taken, people have been forced, or there is an injustice. Like when we have learned our first chapter when we talk about the Poland and Chile, over there they are having dictatorship. And that dictators does not allow people to speak for themselves. They force their decisions on the people. But over here, when we talk about the democracy does not force its decisions on citizens, but it provides such a method which deals with the differences and conflicts amongst the parties, amongst the citizens, or amongst a group of citizens or group of people who are living in a country. Like in India is having a unity in diversity. In India we are having varieties of religion, differences in religion, differences in culture of the people, ideas of the people. Then too there is no conflict between the people. Then too there is, in spite of so much differences, there is no conflict between the people because of the democracy. Because democracy provides equal rights to all the people. Democracy gives equal respect to all the people, all the groups of people, all the religion, all the cultures, all the ideas of people. That is why these conflicts and differences had been easily solved in democracy. That is why we say that democracy is the best form of government when it compares with the other form of government. Next one is it enhances the dignity of citizens. As democracy gives many rights to its citizens, like we have many fundamental rights like right to equality, right to freedom, right to association, right to choose our own religion, right to choose our own government, right to vote. All these fundamental rights or all these powers make or enhances the dignity of citizen in democracy. In democracy, citizens have given very much importance because they are the people who elected, who vote and who elected their own representatives. People are most important. People has given the most important place in democracy, which enhances the dignity of citizens. Next one, it is better than other forms of government because it allows us to correct its own mistake. See, democracy is not a perfect kind of government. It has certain mistakes, many times it does certain mistakes. But it allows us to rectify those mistakes, it allows us to erase those mistakes or correct those mistakes if we have done it. Like if people elect the government, or if they feels that government is not working properly, government can be overthrown and re-elections can be there. We have constitutional amendments through which we can change the constitution, we can amend the constitution if certain laws are not fit in the today's condition, if certain rules has not been fit in the today's requirements. So amendment of the constitution is also there. Democracy is the most flexible form of government which we can in which we can rectify our mistakes, in which we can solve our mistakes. Next one is, so over here these are the 5 arguments which says that democracy is a better form of government in comparison of other forms of government. Now we have certain arguments against the democracy. There are certain statements which are against the democracy which says that democracy is not a better form of government, which can be called as demerits of democracy. But these demerits cannot be accepted practically. Theoretically it can be accepted, but practically it cannot be accepted. First one is, leaders keep changing in democracy, which leads to political instability. It says that after every 5 years we have an elections, and after every 5 years when we have elections, many times it happens that we choose or we elect some other party, and some other party makes the government, or when as different parties make the government after every 5 years, you can say it can be it is said that may those parties have different ideas and different opinions to rule the country, or to make the country successful. So these changing ideas may create political instability in the democratic form of government, which is not always possible. Next one is, it is all about power and competition, no morality. It says that the argument says that democracy is all about getting power, and it is all about the competition to have a power in a country. When we have an elections, when different parties contest in elections, they are having a competition to gain a power, to become a power, to make a government in a country. And it says that when in the process of these elections there is no morality which has been considered. But practically it is not true, because when we talk about the competition, it says that democracy is having a free and fair election or free and fair electoral competition. That means it has morality, it has certain rules which make these contestants, which gives these contestants limits so that they can have competition, but there should be a healthy competition amongst themselves. Next one is, people have to be consulted, which leads to delayed decision. It says that as in a democratic government, decisions has been taken by considering the opinion of all the sets of the government or all the levels of the government, which may lead to the delay in decisions if the decision is urgent. Next one, it says that elected people do not know the interest of people. As people, when they elect their representatives, as when they elect their when they vote for the party, or when they vote for the people, on that time vote for the representatives, it says that maybe those representatives or those people or those parties will not know about the interest of the people. But next one is, ordinary people don't know what is good for them. It also says that when people vote, they don't know that whom to vote. They don't know that who is good for vote. So all these are the theoretical, you can say theoretical arguments which says that democracy is not a good form of government. But when we see the broader meaning of democracy, we can say that it helps in decision making, it gives equality to all its citizens, freedom to all its citizens. It is more concerned about the welfare of the people, not about the power. So over here, this is all about what is democracy and why democracy. I hope you have understand this particular chapter, and if you are having any doubt, you can ask me in comment. Till then, thank you.